40 minutes in the books. New York still holding on to their 1-0 lead. There's a look at Colton Orr, former NHLer, assistant coach now with New York. This is a guy who knows about physicality, over 1,100 PIMs in the NHL. Someone else who loves some physical play, that's Brian Berg, executive director of the PWHL Players Association. He's taken in the action here in the first ever game. And you know what? We're going to talk some physicality as well as we welcome you back to CBC Sports. Andy Petrillo, Tessa Benon, Soroya Tinker, and Haley Salvi. And we did see some nastiness out there.
We did. I mean, as a former player, I think the number one question I got was, do women hit in hockey? And I think we have our answer here. There's definitely been some body contact happening. My senior year at Yale, I had 69 penalty minutes in 32 games.
Good for you.
Busy. There you go.
In that sense, I'm so happy to see these refs letting these girls play. They're big, they're strong, and they deserve to play hockey the way they are right now.
I'm a little bit jealous. I'm not gonna lie. We used to have to do things sneakily to make sure the ref's not looking right. Soroya, give him a little whack on top of the laces or behind the knee, but it's so nice to see, even in front of the net, to protect your goaltender. Sure, give him a shot. Why not?
Oh, yeah.
And this is something that the players have wanted. I did actually ask you if the players had had any kind of input when it came to hits.
I believe when Jana Hefford had asked them, you know, what would they like the game to look like, they said physical, and they asked Jana to ensure that they were allowed to play more physical, they were allowed to be more body contact, just no open ice hitting or dangerous hits.
All right, Toronto trying to get back into this one, and they did have a very busy second period, Haley. They put 16 shots alone in that second at Corinne Schroeder. Got to give the goalie credit.
Oh, absolutely. She has been up to task, 24 saves in this game so far. And Corinne Schroeder is one of those goalies, when you watch her, it seems like the puck's just always hitting her. And that's in part the size, 5'11", but the puck tracking. We saw her dialed in there in the pregame, working on her hand-eye coordination, working on those movements. She's an excellent puck tracker. She can make saves in tight. She can flash the glove. 24 saves, as we said, in this period. She's got the whole package. 24, she's young, she's athletic, she's technically sound, and she's been in the national team fold. She got called up to a rivalry series game, but you would have to think that she's going to get another look with Team Canada playing this well in front of Troy Ryan and Gina Kingsbury, who are the GM and coach of the national team.
I can watch goalies warm up, by the way, on their own all the time when they do that whole power of visualization. But on the flip side, how about Toronto getting those chances?
And look, I'm not taking anything away from the play from Schroeder that period. She was fantastic. But for Toronto, it's not for a lack of trying that they're down 1-0. They definitely are. It just feels like when their chances happen, I guess you could say the cookie isn't crumbling in the right way. It seems like they're not really getting a full shot on it. Right there, you know, Jocelyn LaRock, net front presence, just trying to do all the right things, gets hit with the puck. Another chance, you know, they're not getting a full wrist shot on net. Maybe they're looking for the pass instead of getting a shot on net. How many times do we say to each other, Soroya, throw it on net, good things will happen. Sometimes you got to get an ugly one. And once you get an ugly one, then you start to get a feel and things just start to roll properly. And I think for Toronto, that's what they got to do. It's a cliche answer, but no one asks how, they just ask how many. Throw it on net, it'll bounce off a butt and go in. That's all you need.
You know what, at that point, you're saying it's 1-1, so you're right, who cares? And that's exactly what Toronto is trying to do at this point. They do have a lot of support, Toronto does. This was put out on the Toronto Maple Leafs Twitter handle. The boys in blue showing their support. Morgan Riley, Austin Matthews, John Tavares, and Mitch Marner saying good luck to the PWHL Toronto. I can imagine there'll be some good kind of marketing between the two.
Well, you know that Natalie Spooner and Mitch Marner are good pals, and they do keep in touch. Obviously, the ladies having gone to the NHL All-Star Weekend and stuff. So these guys truly respect these women. A lot of them train with them in the summer as well and skate together. So it's pretty cool to see these guys backing them.
All right, well, someone who's going to be joining us on the set next is someone we all respect. That would be Jana Hefford. Yes, success is a common theme when it comes to the builders of this new league, and Jana Hefford has done it all. Big moments, big goals, and now on to her biggest off-ice role. The Hall of Famer is the Senior VP of Hockey Operations, and she'll join me next when we come back to CBC Sports.